everyone, it's Shelley with InBalanceNaturally.com. Today I wanted to introduce you to the e.l.f. concealer. I love this stuff. It's actually a corrector as well as a concealer. And this was, I don't know, $5. I think I got it on their website. If you have red skin across the nose, under your nose, your chin, on your forehead, and maybe it's not as bad as rosacea, and I have my opinion about some things, and I'll get into that in this really short video because I work at a high-end beauty counter, and all day long I have the honor to talk about skincare, cosmetics, applying it, and one of the main things that we're talking about at any beauty studio, this one here, my private practice, if you go to a high-end makeup counter, wherever you end up, in my observation, it's always about confidence. That's what we're looking for, is the confidence. And I came across a calendar, those of you that saw my Marilyn Monroe video a couple of days ago, I came across another calendar. The best way out is always through. I love doors. Doors are so beautiful. I'm an HGTV relaxation addict at the end of the day when I don't have anything else to say after talking with women about their skincare, their cosmetics, and their confidence all day long. And I'm sure that you're the same way. It's absolutely natural. So I want to address some things today that women have been texting me, calling me, talking about here in the beauty studio, and of course our vanity, our ego, how we present ourselves is part of that. And this is Drugstore. A lot of women love the Drugstore makeup. I like and have some of the high-end things, but I love the Drugstore, and especially e.l.f. So let's get into this. We have a lot to cover in about 4 minutes. So I was trying an experiment on the red around my nose, and as you know, green is the traditional color to use. Well, I didn't like the cast, the tint of the green around my nose. It made my foundation look weird. I don't care what brand I was trying, Physicians Formula, I tried some high-ends, so I gave up on the green, and instead I tried this peach, and I've done this on this side, and I just want to show you. This is a cream, and my skin is dry, and they do have, Physicians Formula does have correctors in powder, so I would say if your skin is oily, to give those a go. So I'm simply just tapping on. And then what I did was, instead of taking the super bright color to put under my eye, I put this one. I put a dab of this one so that it's not way too bright. And then instead of putting this one, unless it's summer and it's 90 degrees and I'm headed out in some sort of fabulous lightweight beach or summer attire, I might use that one. But for my skin tone, it's a little bit too light here coming out of winter in San Diego. So I will put some powder to set that. So now I'm going to put my foundation on, and I'm a dry skin girl. As I said, I didn't wet this sponge, but after talking about this to some of my clients, I went out to one of the local, every store has them, every city I should say has them, these discount stores where they buy the odds and ends. And I got this bag of beauty sponges, and I really, really like them. That way you can change the size, you can wet it, it can be filthy, you can throw it away, and it's not a $20 beauty blender, and it seems to be just fine. So the foundation that I found for my dry skin is a Maybelline, and I switched colors. This is the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. I was wearing 20, but I switched to 30 because I thought one day, gee, Shell, you're looking awfully bright. in the sunlight here. And notice that I'm just tapping it on. And of course, this is all done on top of my natural skincare that I specialize in helping women find. It's not multi-level. You don't have to join any club. They are things that friends and family have asked me about, and friends have referred clients to me because I've collected things from different companies, from Germany, from the United States, from Canada, that I've tried and that have been very, very good. And we change things depending on the season. And I ran across something, I tried something new from a company, and I really, really like it. And I will mix different products depending on what's going on with the lines, the wrinkles, the thirst of the skin, and the suppleness of the skin. And that is very, very important. I have found that once a woman's hormones start going a little bit wacky due to what she's eating, how she's digesting it, the weather, are you in heating, air conditioning, did you just move and your skin's going wacky, just hormonal things, also stress. And I wanted to get into the confidence part of this, and I'm also going to show you my 25-second brow. I have a lip color on, and yes, I'm still patting. All right, done patting. So how long did that take? 2 minutes? Do you have 2 minutes to get ready? I have natural women that come in and they say, I haven't done anything for years. I don't have enough time. I say it's because you haven't found the right color tone, because when you find the right color tone, when you work with somebody like me that specializes in helping you find your colors, it's a snap to get ready. But you do have to experiment. And we have to keep an open mind about the possibilities. Now, I have someone in my life, several people in my life, maybe you do too, and they keep using the word positive. Be positive, be positive. I am so burnt out on hearing the words be positive, because I've decided to flip that in my own thinking, because being positive for me wasn't working. That's like saying the person that you're working with who is a jerk is not a jerk, or you're hoping that they're not going to be a jerk or act up that day. It isn't going to happen, okay? So instead, I have the light bulb moment that went off for me a long time ago. It keeps going off, thank heavens. Keeps going on, I should say, is about the power of possibility. So I'm going to jump right down. I'm going to move my Dove hairspray here out of the way to number 4. Now is the best moment. And I could get into the whole Zen thing about breathing. A lot of us know that, and it's not enough, okay? When you feel like you're out of balance, you're going through a life change, whether it's an age, you're getting married, you're getting divorced, your kids are acting up, your husband's acting up, your boyfriend's acting up, your job is acting up, your hormones are acting up, and you just feel out of balance. You have to give yourself a little bit of time. I don't know, is it 5 minutes? Is it an hour? Is it the whole day? To just step back from it mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and sometimes it's stepping back from it financially. Sometimes when a bill comes in, I just say, you know what, I can't deal with this right now. I have to deal with this in the morning when I'm fresh, when I'm better, when I can let whatever. And let me jump to number 2. My just looking, or my just not thinking where you're solving a problem. And let me start doing my brows. Not where you're solving a problem. Actually, I'm going to do my eyeshadow. But where you're just mulling it over in your head. Mulling it over. Maybe you're going to cook, maybe you're going to bake, maybe you're going to watch a show, just to let your mind go someplace else. Guys do it all the time. My guy will come home from work and sit in front of the TV for hours and hours and hours and binge show, watch the Vikings, Spartacus, Ray Donovan, and you know, hey, that's their therapy. Find a healthy therapy that's going to help you figure this out. I have a stray hair here somewhere. So in the just looking, try it. You want to find something that resonates with you, that you tick your mental box. Yes, I think I'm going to look into that. And then you start researching it. Or, no, no way. Now remember, never say never on some things. Trust yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, you've got to learn to trust yourself, which is one of the things that we get into here in the beauty studio. And then number 3, getting a bit comfortable with this possibility, what you're thinking about, what your new plan might be. We're going to use some Covergirl eyeshadow. I'm going to go for the lighter one here. I have a lot of naturals who come in and they want to kick it up a little bit. So we always put on eyelid primer, and I used a L'Oreal eyelid primer. I'm not in love with this eyelid primer, I will tell you that. L'Oreal, you need to change the formulation, and there's really not enough in here. There's not enough in there for $8. But I bought 2 of them, and next time I'm going to try the NYX. They have NYX at NYX at CVS. There's an invisible one, so I'm going to give that a go, especially for my clients. I tried the Milani eyeshadow primer a couple of years ago, and Emily Noel loves that eyelid primer, so I might give that one a go, but I think I'm going to try the NYX one first. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's clear, so it'll work on all of my clients. Okay, so there's a nice neutral, and now I'm just going to put a little bit of pink. I think I'm going to wear some shocking pink today. Lipstick, shocking pink lipstick, not eyeshadow, ladies. And I want to thank all of my ladies that have been encouraging me. It's so great. I had one lady that I've known for, I don't know, 5 years. She says she watches all my videos, and she she texted me the other day, "What's happened to your hair?" That's before this. And I said, "It's gone. It's going gray. I can't do anything with it." She said, "Well, you need to do something with it." So I went out last night to Sally Beauty Supply, and I found some nice clips. You know, and it goes back to possibility, just looking, getting comfortable with trying it, and now is the best moment. And what I want to leave you on, I know I said I'd do my brows, and I really want to spend another 2 minutes because I have so many women that come to me and they want to do their brows, and there's so much on the market to do your brows, and especially if you don't have an hour to get ready or 2 hours, maybe you only have 10 minutes. So I have my 25-second technique, and I'm trying a new brow color. I happened to be in CVS and I picked up the Milani. This is the soft brown. You can't tell what the color is by looking at the package on most of these, unless it's a really deep, deep brown. And I was wearing brunette, but now I'm trying this soft brown. So I put a little bit on the brush. I love the Milani brush that comes with their soft brown 01 brow product. Look at the spoolie, look at that gorgeous brush, put it on the cap. Always brush the brow like you would brush your hair if you have brow to brush. And we show you lots and lots of techniques. We have solutions. If you have the time and the desire for work, for play, for confidence, for marriage. I have new mothers that come in who want to keep the relationship with their husband happy because the husband said, you know, honey, what happened to the gal that I married? I know that we have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids. Wow. But I want you to put some makeup on. I want you to look great. And you know, it takes time, but you teach your kids to be patient and you entertain them with, it makes me think about when I was a kid and playing with Barbie dolls, and you know, we didn't have iPhones with games on them and learning things. We took our coloring books, and you guys remember we took our Etch-a-Sketch. So I will let this dry for a minute or two, and then I will just very gently, be gentle with your skin, your hair, be gentle. I see women, they come in, and when they're trying one of our fabulous creams for their skin, our B12 cream, they're putting it on like a gorilla would do something with their face, or they're scrubbing dried spaghetti off of a pot in a kitchen, and I say, slow down. You need all the elasticity for the rest of your life on your skin. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to do is I want to address, because somebody asked me about this, under the now is the best moment. Women say, yeah, that's nice, Shell, but you don't understand the stress that I'm going through. Okay, so break it down for me. What is it? I've been through it. I'm going through it. Your mother went through it. What is it? And how can you get more learning in your listening? Because what I have found is that there are people that come into our life, could be somebody, I've had women say profound things when I'm standing in the cheese aisle or the makeup aisle. Give you the perfect example. This is the L'Oreal Butterfly mascara. L'Oreal, we love, love, love this single wand. This is fantastic mascara. Go slow on the mascara. So the woman saw me smiling at the Marilyn Monroe calendar, and she paused. She must have been 75. And you've seen a lot of life when you're 75 and you still have a nice face like that lady had. She was inwardly beautiful and outwardly gray and wrinkled, but she still had a spark in her eye. And if you want that, like I do, then we need to keep listening and learning and paying attention to the possibility. Doesn't mean don't be positive. Of course, be positive if that's your thing, you know, but you have to keep it realistic. That's my world. Realistic. I love miracles. I think that's where I come more from, the sense of possibility is the miracles, because I have had so much kindness lately. And if you take every single thing that happens, every single slight, oh, well, I didn't get that promotion. You know what? There's something better. So get yourself together mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Just make yourself right with yourself, and you can do that in any single moment. And people feel it, and people know it, and then they want to be around you because you're good people. And this is Shelley Deegan with InBalanceNaturally.com, wanting to help the wonderful, wonderful women, and wanting to give thanks for all the wonderful women that have been referred to me. I'm going to put some cheek color on, since I've had women say, well, you don't look like you wear a lot of color. What are you wearing on your cheeks? So what I like to do is I like to take the e.l.f. Illumination palette, and I think today, given that I'm going to wear a very bright pink. I think I'm going to put this lighter one on. And if you need to wear your glasses, just run it across under your glasses. So do what you can today and ask for assistance, you know. And I'll tell you, not all husbands are good men. Some of them, I'm just going to get right into it because this has really become a topic of conversation with some of my women. So that's the illuminator. Now I'm going to put blush on top of it. Some men, they didn't get blessed by their father, by their mother. In other words, they didn't hear positive words. And it takes years for a person. Think about you, whatever you've been working on in your life to become more balanced about. It can take years to overcome negative belief systems, to know that your life can improve and change. And that's where you get to decide how you're going to be with yourself that day and what you're going to accept. And being willing to say, you know, I understand that you're having a hard time at work, husband, and if you want to tell me about it and you want me to be quiet, I'll listen. If you want me to give you some input, I'll listen. But I know that you're a smart man, or that you have people around you that can guide you. And if you want this relationship to work, number one, your relationship with yourself. Do I have a big pink lipstick here? I love the beauty studio. Then, for your own success, husband, and you can say this to yourself, I talk to myself like this. Do you think I like hearing it? No. But what are people not saying to each other? They're not encouraging each other. Instead, they're putting each other down. You're not good enough. You're not this. You're not that. Okay. Well, what's that song about the man in the mirror? Michael Jackson. All right. Getting ready to close this video. There's the dog. She's going to have her barking ceremony with her friends. I love helping all you women. Keep the questions coming. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, and look forward to answering your questions and seeing you in the beauty studio transform yourself for that day, for that moment, for work, for play, for whatever is making you come alive. Bye for now.